What is good with you niggas, man? We back again with another reaction, and this time we got some Mr.Nightmare. Ain't done this nigga in a while, but look, we got 3 disturbing true Ouija board experiences. Without further ado, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's jump right into it, nigga. Gang, gang.
A surprising amount of people have Ouija boards just sitting in their closets somewhere collecting dust, and most people probably have never even used them.
You damn right, I ain't got one.
I found out what Ouija boards are when I was 16. And when I asked my parents if we had one in our house, my mom told me yes, she did have one buried somewhere in the closet with all the board games. That closet was in the basement by the laundry room, the small closet with a bunch of my parents' old stuff. I was intrigued to try using a Ouija board because I was slightly superstitious.
I don't know why.
I had my mom help me dig through this closet without disrupting the integrity and neatness of how she sorted everything in there. And lo and behold, eventually she finds this old dusty box that simply said Ouija and had 2 hands holding the piece that moves around the board called the planchette. The box was kind of falling apart on the edges, even though my mom said they'd only used it a couple times ever. The first thing I did was text a few of my friends to come use the Ouija board with me that weekend when I'd be home alone, to make it scarier. My friend Liam, who was 17.
Listen, bruh, listen. If your friend call you up saying, hey, you want to come over to my crib? I got an Ouija board. Immediately kick that nigga out of your friend group. That nigga is trying to get you fucked up, bro. That nigga does not care about you at all. This nigga just invited you to come over to his crib to play with a fucking Ouija board, my nigga. Immediately kick that nigga out your friend group. That is not your friend, my nigga. That is not your friend.
Had a car, so he picked up my friend Jack and they came right over. It was like 9 p.m. It was dark out, obviously, and my parents were gone for a couple nights. My younger brother of 2 years, Adam, was also home, so I asked him to join as well.
Ain't this some shit?
We were gonna play on the floor in the loft, which was converted into my bedroom. We turned off the lights and then turned on a flashlight and put it on the floor in the corner of the room, pointed towards the board. All 4 of us sat on one side of the board and we held the planchette and started asking questions.
Nah, you playing with your life.
None of us had ever done this before, so we asked basic questions. I said, if there's someone there, move the planchette. Then, for the first time, it started to move to the word yes. Adam asked, how old are you? And the planchette moved from the number 6 to 7.
And look, why is it always white folks fucking with a goddamn Ouija board? Like, I'm sorry, bro, but it is always white folks fucking with a fucking Ouija board, my nigga. You don't never see no Hispanics fucking with no Ouija board. You don't never see no motherfucking niggas fucking with no Ouija board. It's always white folks. Why do y'all like talking to demons so damn much? I be seeing that shit in movies and in real life. Y'all niggas love talking to demons and shit. Colored niggas, people, we don't fuck with demons, nigga. We don't fuck with demons, nigga. We don't talk to demons. We don't think about it. Why do y'all so intrigued to talk to demons, my nigga? Like, that shit crazy as hell, dog. White folk, y'all gotta get off that shit. Cause that shit be fucking y'all niggas up. I have no interest in talking to a fucking demon, nigga.
67. We looked at each other.
Got me fucked up.
I suspected one of them were moving it, and I'm sure the others did too. We all played along and didn't break immersion. We took turns asking questions. Eventually, I asked the board, are you a demon? And the planchette went to the word yes. At this point, we all laughed and broke immersion, knowing one of us was messing around.
Yeah, it's all fun and
games. That moment, the flashlight turned off, and all of us stopped laughing and got really scared.
So that happened.
Who did that? Someone asked. But it was clearly none of us. The flashlight was all the way in the corner. I crawled to get it and kept pressing the button. It wouldn't turn back on. I turned on my bedside lamp, and I saw the freaked out expressions on my friend's and brother's face.
Hell nah.
I said that was the most terrifying moment for the battery to die, but also part of me believed it wasn't a coincidence. We stopped playing after that moment, and we even left my room and went to the backyard just because we were all freaked out.
And then on top of that, y'all niggas ain't even close out the game properly. We all know every time you down with a Ouija board, you're supposed to close it off the right way. You niggas didn't even do that. You niggas can't even do that, bro. So now you got a demon in your house and you can't get rid of it. Because you didn't say bye to it the right way. Y'all niggas stupid. Y'all niggas is dumb. If a nigga ever call me up talking about motherfucking Ouija board, nigga, you not my friend. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. Crazy? Hell no.
In the house at that moment. I had to sleep in that room that night, though. And when my friends left and Adam eventually went to sleep, I knew I had to as well. I put the Ouija board back in the box and brought it downstairs out of my room. I just felt weird sleeping in the same room as it that night. As soon as I turned off the light, I just tried to go to sleep right away, not sitting on my phone for an hour or whatever, like I usually do. As I was starting to finally drift off into a half-sleep state, something in my closet fell over. I immediately rose up and looked in the direction of the closet door.
You're done.
I flicked on the bedside lamp and walked over to the closet. It was a small walk-in closet where I kept some of my clothes. There's a light switch on the outside of the closet that turned on a single light bulb inside of it. I flicked it on and looked down at the crack at the bottom of the door. There were what looked to be two shadows cast by feet on the other side of the door. As soon as I saw this, I started screaming at him and ran to his room. I explained to him what I just saw and led him to my room to show him. When he came to my room, the light in the closet was still on, but the shadows at the bottom of the door weren't there anymore. I opened the door, and there was nobody in the closet, but there was something on the floor.
Man.
It was a wooden box that I made in arts and crafts that I would put childhood memorabilia in. It somehow fell over and the contents spilled onto the floor. There is no draft in the world that would have knocked that over. It made no logical sense.
Look, bruh. If I got done playing with a fucking Ouija board, God forbid, but just somehow I get done playing with a fucking Ouija board and I'm about to go to sleep and I hear some shit in my closet, right? I'm getting the fuck out the house. I'm not finna check out what it is. I don't give a fuck. I'm getting out the house, my nigga. Cause if you experience some shit like that after playing with a fucking Ouija board, that's no coincidence, my nigga. You got a demon in your house, nigga. Get the fuck out, my nigga. All that staying inside the house, or maybe it was nothing. No, nigga, get out, my nigga. Get out. That house is haunted now. It's cursed now because of your dumb ass.
I slept in my parents' bed that night and then the next. And for a week after that, I slept in the spare bedroom.
And I bet
Eventually,
you ain't tell your parents
sleeping
either.
in my own bed again. But I would never forget that night. I haven't touched a Ouija board since.
You shouldn't have touched it the first time, nigga. Man, look, dog. Look. The nigga ain't even tell his parents.
I had never used a Ouija board until I was in my mid-20s. It was never something that interested me. But my friend George was very briefly talking to this girl who was into that sort of thing. Her name was Mandy. She was into exploring a band.
Hold up, bro. Hold up. So, your best friend is talking to a girl who's interested in the Ouija boards. Fuck her and fuck my friend. Nigga, if I got a friend who's talking to a girl that's interested in the fucking Ouija board, that friend got two options. Either kick me out of your life or kick that bitch out of your life. But you're not gonna have both, my nigga. Cause I'm not finna be around a bitch who's interested in a fucking Ouija board. Let alone my friend dating a bitch. You got me fucked up, my nigga. Hell no, you got me fucked up.
And allegedly haunted places. One day he invited me to go with them and her friend to this apparently haunted abandoned house about a half-hour drive away.
And then the nigga invited you.
He guaranteed me the friend was cute in order to entice me to go. I didn't have anything going on that night, so I said, why not? We would be doing this late at night. George picked me up first around 11 p.m., and then we drove to pick up the girls from this park. I had already met Mandy once, but not her friend. Her friend Carly had red hair, a nose ring, and sleeve on her right arm.
I don't like redheads.
Mandy had already been to this house before, and she said it was high in activity, a term I'd never heard till that point, but obviously could put together what she meant. I smiled a bit as she said it because I honestly laughed to myself. I don't believe in the paranormal myself, so I found it a little humorous. Mandy brought this big bag with her, so during the drive I asked what's inside.
Yeah, this gotta be a bunch of white folks.
She goes and pulls out this box, a Ouija board box, and then she pulls out a candle. Then George said, oh.
Man, nah, that bitch playing, dog. These gotta be a bunch of white folks. Ain't no niggas doing this, bro. Like, stop the cap. Ain't no niggas. Y'all know ain't no niggas doing this. This is only white folks, my nigga. Niggas, we is not doing this. We hear the word of Ouija. We going the other way, my nigga. We not fucking with that demonic shit. That shit scares the fuck out of us. But for some odd reason, y'all, white folk, y'all love that shit. Y'all love all that devil demonic shit. Not niggas, bro. Not niggas. We going the other way. Fuck all that shit. You can keep the Ouija board to yourself.
Apparently her surprise to George was that we would be using a Ouija board in this abandoned house. I'm gonna be honest, that didn't sound super fun to me, but I was there for the adventure. Mandy directed George where to park when we got close. It was this really dark street with no streetlights, with an open field on one side and trees on the other.
That's a wrong turn.
The house driveway was gated off, so we had to walk from there. We walked through some woods that led us to the backyard of the house.
Y'all niggas stupid.
From there, Mandy led us to the back window that she climbed through last time. It was a bit high up, so we had to help the girls up.
Y'all niggas
and we just climbed in ourselves, and we walked around the house for a bit. All the furniture was still inside, but it was just decrepit.
So you mean to tell me your bitch ass friend is dating a girl that's interested in the Ouija boards? Your friend call you up saying, hey, me and my girlfriend and this other bitch, we finna go play with this Ouija board. Do you want to tag along? And then your dumb ass tagged along. And they took your ass to a motherfucking abandoned house in the middle of nowhere by a dirt road with no street lights. Nigga, you dumb as shit. You dumb as hell, bro. You dumb as fuck. That's a setup, my nigga. That's a whole setup, my nigga. Fuck all that shit.
It hadn't been lived in for probably decades. I don't scare easily, and I must admit, being in there at night was very eerie.
Y'all niggas is
It would
dumb.
probably be terrifying alone. It was dead silent besides our footsteps on the creaky floors. There were some old portraits of people hung on the wall. They looked like they were taken in the 50s, which made me wonder how old this house was and what was the story behind it.
Oh no,
Most likely the couple living there died and there was no family left to claim the house. Mandy set up the board on the floor and she lit these 2 candles. I could tell she was really into this stuff. She took lead with this, asking a bunch of spiritual questions. The planchette piece didn't move for the first few questions as she kept asking, is anyone there? Can anyone hear?
I just don't understand this shit.
Eventually, it started to spell out the word hello. I laughed and looked at George, who laughed back. But the girls were serious and even said stop laughing.
And then y'all niggas always taking, y'all think this shit a game, my nigga. I don't understand that shit. Y'all niggas be talking to demons with a fucking board, my nigga. A wooden board. And then y'all niggas be laughing and shit. Like, that shit, ain't nothing funny about this shit, my nigga. You talking to a demon, my nigga. A fucking demon. Nigga, I'm out, dog. I'm out. Hey, look. Hey, my friend, you not my friend no more. Fuck you 2 bitches. Y'all not worth it. I'm out, my nigga. I'm out. Cause this shit ain't worth it.
Out of respect, I did stop smiling and put a serious face on. Mandy asked, what's your name? And the planchette moved around the board slowly to spell out the name Gregory. She then asked, how long have you been dead? And then it moved around to spell out 30 years. I didn't believe any of this for a second. I knew Mandy or Carly were doing this. This went on for some time, and we played along until there was a huge thump from upstairs in the house. We all jumped and let go of the planchette. George said, is someone up there? And Mandy insisted it could be Gregory.
Obviously.
Mandy and Carly put their hands back on the planchette and asked, Gregory, did you make that sound? And George and I stopped her and said we need to leave if someone's upstairs.
Oh, no shit.
And we watched as the planchette moved to the word yes. At this point, George and I were convinced the girls were pranking us, and that they had someone upstairs trying to scare us. Then we heard footsteps above us.
And let me guess, y'all dumbasses went upstairs to check it out. Like some motherfucking fools. Instead of just running out the motherfucking door and getting to safety. Y'all dumbasses gonna go upstairs and check it out. I know that's what y'all gonna do. I bet y'all that's what they gonna do, my nigga. Cause they stupid, they dumb, they retarded.
No denying these sounds were footsteps. George and I agreed to go upstairs and check it out, expecting to find someone trying to prank us.
Knew it.
The girls kept saying, no, come back down. We went up the extremely creaky steps and entered the first open door we found. It was a bedroom. The furniture and everything in the room was extremely decayed. And then there was this door, right in the corner of the room. Most likely a closet. It was cracked open, and we whispered to each other that we thought we heard something in the closet. I put my finger up to my lips to tell him to be quiet.
I mean, y'all niggas is stupid.
When we heard a clear exhale behind the door, we both quickly left the room. We hurried downstairs, expecting to find the girls still in the living room, but they were gone. The candles, the Ouija...
Y'all see how fake them hoes is, bruh? They left y'all bitch asses. You see how fake these bitches is? They left y'all. They should have. Shit, I would have left your bitch ass too, nigga. You hear some shit upstairs after we playing with a fucking Ouija board, and then y'all just want to take y'all dumb asses upstairs and check it out. I'm gone, nigga. I'm gone, my nigga. I'm gone, shit. They left y'all stupid asses. I would have done the same shit, my nigga. Fuck y'all, nigga. Y'all niggas is dumb.
Board everything. There was just darkness in the house now. We didn't even hear them sneak out. We left through the window again in a hurry and ran to the car. George tried calling Mandy's phone multiple times, but it went straight to voicemail every time. She blocked him. They were nowhere to be found either.
She blocked your ass.
We went straight
too.
to the car and drove home. George never heard from that girl again. He only hung out with her 2 times. He didn't know where she lived or anything.
He's probably trying to set your ass up.
We did form our own crazy theory that they were in fact trying to trap us somehow.
Oh, I know they was.
The footsteps upstairs were from somebody they knew. It's also possible they never left the house and that they were hiding somewhere inside. The more superstitious out there may believe that we did in fact speak to a spirit.
Look, bro, look. I know they try to set y'all ass up. Look, ain't no 2 girls gonna call up 2 niggas and ask them, hey, can y'all come out in the middle of nowhere to play with a fucking Ouija board? Nah, nigga, how come we can't play with the shit at the crib? You know, why we gotta go to a secluded area in an abandoned fucking house to play with a fucking Ouija board? Nah, that was a setup, my nigga. Y'all niggas dumb for going with it. Y'all niggas dumb.
Oh, and something more supernatural was going on.
Them niggas are stupid. Couldn't be me though. Couldn't be me.
In October of 2015, when I was a junior in high school, I was in my horror phase where I was obsessed with everything scary and supernatural. With Halloween coming up, I was also reading a lot of scary stories about Ouija boards and people's experiences with them. My curiosity was piqued, and so I ordered a Ouija board off Amazon, and when it arrived, I waited till a night our parents were not home to use it. I convinced my little sister to try it with me.
This nigga determined
We
to
were
talk
at
to
the
a
dining
demon.
room table with the lights dimmed, both of us holding the planchette. I asked the board some questions, and my sister and I both laughed because it was kind of awkward and funny. I started to move the piece around, trying to creep out my sister, but she knew it was me doing it. After a few minutes of doing this, we were starting to get bored, and my sister wanted to stop.
Yeah,
I
she's
said
smart.
let's try for a few more minutes.
She's smart.
After a little bit more waiting for the planchette to move from some unseen entity, we decided to give up. My sister went to her room after this, and I went to mine. I looked up more Ouija board stories.
And see, look, I watch a lot of Sam and Kobe videos, right? And I learned through watching their videos, you're supposed to say bye to an Ouija board, or whoever the fuck is talking to you through the fucking board. You're supposed to say bye the proper way. Now, what I've caught throughout these 3 stories is y'all niggas did not say bye the proper way. You're supposed to say bye the proper way. Y'all niggas ain't do that shit. Y'all niggas is dumb. I mean, at least do some fucking research before you play with some shit like that. You niggas don't even do no motherfucking research. You just buy the shit. Like, the fuck?
Online and kept reading people's experiences with them, and then I looked up why it didn't work for us. Other people had said their first time using Ouija boards nothing had happened, so I decided I would try again. That night around 1 a.m., when my sister was already asleep, I went back down to the dining room and dimmed the lights again. I once again tried to use the Ouija board, asking similar questions as a few hours ago, just in a lower voice to not wake up my sister. I held the planchette with both hands, waiting for it to move, but it never did. Instead, I heard sounds from upstairs, like soft footsteps. It could have been my sister.
Let's go check
She
it
might have
out.
heard me down here. The footstep-type sounds were followed by a muffled female voice.
Let's go check it out,
It
guys.
didn't sound quite like my sister, though, and the voice was coming from directly above me. The room above the dining room was our older brother's room, who was away at college. My sister wouldn't have been in there. I went up the stairs quietly, and I heard the voice getting louder as I got closer to my brother's
You
room.
niggas don't
It
have
was coming from in there.
no
I was
brain.
curious if my sister was playing a prank on me,
Like,
changing
where's
her
your
voice
weapon?
to sound lower to scare me. I got to the door and put my ear up against it. I heard the voice of what sounded like an older woman. I wasn't sure how my sister could be doing a voice like that. At first, I didn't know what was being said,
Where's your
until I
gun?
realized that the voice kept saying, "Grandma's here, Georgie."
Where's your
over
knife?
and over. It was the voice of my dead grandma. I felt every hair in my body stand up. I opened the door and turned on the light.
That ain't your grandma. That's a demon disguising herself as your grandma. Look, I done seen too many videos and I watched too many movies. That is not your motherfucking grandma. That is a demon acting like your grandma. But see, you too stupid to see. You don't do no research, nigga.
And no one was inside.
I know my
The
shit.
voice had stopped. I ran to my room and shut the door and locked it and curled up under the covers. I felt the whole room spinning as I couldn't form any rational thoughts of what just happened. It was too vivid to have imagined it. When I calmed down, I did a prayer before going to sleep. Or at least trying to go to sleep. I was awake all night. I still remember this night just as vividly 8 years later.
Look, man. All three of these stories have some dumbass people in it. Everybody in these three stories were dumb as hell. Dumb as fuck. I mean, number one, I don't understand why you're so fascinated with fucking Ouija boards and talking to demons and shit. But hey, that's you. Do you. But at least do some fucking research before you play with one. Playing with a fucking Ouija board is not a joke, my nigga. It's that shit is real, my nigga. It ain't no joke. And then you niggas don't do no fucking research, my nigga. Couldn't be me though. I don't fuck with that demonic shit. I don't fuck with no rituals, no motherfucking Ouija boards, none of that shit. I don't fuck with none of that shit. But hey, that's y'all though. But I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here. And I'll see y'all niggas in the next one. Peace.